Now to space, where a major repair job is underway this morning on the International Space Station. This is a live look outside the orbiting lab where 2 American astronauts are beginning their work. It is the first of what's planned as 3 spacewalks to fix a vital cooling system that failed earlier this month. CBS News space analyst Bill Harwood is at the Kennedy Space Center with more. Good morning to you, Bill.
Hey, good morning.
So I'm fascinated that we have live footage out of NASA. It seems slow going when you look at this, but this is really tense work, what they're actually doing.
Well, it is. When you think about it, they're stepping out into a vacuum with extreme temperature swings as they go into and out of Earth's shadow. And of course, you say it looks slow. It does, but they're actually moving through space at 5 miles per second, more than 17,000 miles an hour. Wow. And it's always tense in a spacewalk. Now, in this case, they have to get this cooling system repaired, so there's some extra pressure on top of all of that. But I'm sure they're excited nonetheless. They say it's always fun to go outside.
Bill, let's talk about what they actually have to do here to fix this cooling system. And how long is it going to take them?
Well, they booked these spacewalks for about 6.5 hours. They can go longer if necessary. And in this case, they think they're going to need at least 2 spacewalks, maybe 3. The problem involves what they call an ammonia pump module. It weighs about 780 pounds. It's about the size of a refrigerator. They have to disconnect multiple ammonia lines, multiple electrical lines, get the old box out, get the new box in, and all hooked back up. And that's going to take them a couple of spacewalks to do. When they did this back in 2010 from a similar failure, they ran into problems getting the ammonia lines disconnected. They finally got it resolved, but it did take 3 spacewalks that time, and it may take that again. And if it does, Anthony, it's a Christmas Day spacewalk to wrap this up.
A lot of people have memories of the spacewalk this past July when an Italian astronaut almost drowned from the fluid inside his own helmet. What happened there, and what are they doing to make sure that doesn't happen this time around?
Yeah, it's really interesting. You know, Luca Parmitano, a European Space Agency astronaut, really got in some serious trouble. His helmet really did fill with water. It covered his eyes and his nose and was getting close to his mouth. He would have had trouble breathing, but he finally got back to the airlock and all was well. They think that was caused by some contamination in some internal filters that allowed the water that's used to cool the suit while they're outside to flow back up into the helmet. This time around, they've replaced all the hardware that was in that suit, and Mike Hopkins out there today right now is wearing that same suit. They replaced that hardware. They're convinced that everything's going to be okay, but just in case, they've got some water absorbent pads up behind their heads where that water came in last time that presumably would soak up anything that leaked. And they have a snorkel-like device, a plastic tube right in front of their mouth that extends down into the suit so that if water did come around their heads, they could simply reach down, grab that tube, and breathe while they made their way back to the airlock. They don't think they're going to have any problems like that, but they're prepared just in case.
Bill Harwood at the Kennedy Space Center. It was fascinating. Thank you.